Good morning. Be it remembered at a regular meeting of this commission at, whereas on June 27, 1969, the New York City Police Department raided the Stonewall Inn, a bar that was frequented by members of the LGBT community. And whereas the Stonewall riots marked the beginning of the liberation movement that transformed the oppression of lesbians, gay, bisexual, and transgender people into calls of pride and action. And whereas the resistance led to the LGBT movement in America and the LGBT Pride Month, where we commemorate the events of June 1969 and commit to achieving equal justice under the law for LGBT Americans. And whereas Dallas County's LGBT community has the right to feel safe and not live with fear of harassment and prosecution and not be discriminated against. Whereas Dallas County leaders and staff have committed to making Dallas County an LGBT-friendly county by assigning a full-time Dallas County Sheriff's Department liaison, by ratifying a fully inclusive employee non-discrimination policy, and voting to pass equal employment health benefits, thus making Dallas County the first and only county in Texas to have an employee policy and health benefits in place. And whereas on this special occasion, we must bear in mind that while we have overcome difficult obstacles, tolerance and acceptance is something we must all practice and teach future generations. Now therefore be it resolved that the Dallas County Commissioners Court does hereby proclaim the month of June 2013 as LGBT Pride Month. So for liberty and justice for all, done in open court this the 18th day of June 2013, I submit this resolution to this body.
And I second.
Thank you very much.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. No?
Wow, thank you. My name is Omar Narvaez, and I'm here today representing Lambda Legal. We're the oldest and largest nonprofit for LGBT people in the courts. We're the people who make the case for equality. But I'm not just here as Lambda Legal to accept this. I'm here with many members, as you can see here, from the community, from the Resource Center, from TENT, to every aspect of the rainbow. And it's so appropriate that our symbol for the LGBT community is a rainbow, because we are every single part, we're every fabric of that rainbow. And we are African American, we're Latino, we are white, we're Asian, we're Native American. We celebrate every parade that you can be at, whether it's Juneteenth to Latino Pride to Cinco de Mayo to even that what's that parade? Now I can't even remember the name. The St. Patrick's Day parade. You'll even find us there. Every single place that you can imagine. Yeah, exactly. We are one giant fabric, and I remember what pride is. It's not just about a parade. It's not just about a float. It's about being accepted. It's about accepting yourself as well, and being able to be open and honest with who you are day in and day out. I haven't marched in very many pride parades. 2008 was the first one I ever marched in. Not really sure why, if it was because I was scared or nervous. I'd attended them. And I remember talking on the phone with my mother one day and telling her, hey Mom, I'm gonna march in the Pride Parade this year, it's 2008. And she goes, really? Wow, that's great, I'm really glad you're doing that. I'm marching in my 4th Pride Parade. And I said, whoa, is there something you want to tell me, Mom? I'm not. And she said, well, she goes, I'm so proud of you that I started marching in Pride Parades with my company 4 years ago in Houston, and I'm actually the Pride Chair this year. Had no idea. And from that day on, I said, if my mom can be that proud of me, I'm going to be that proud of myself, and I'm going to be that proud of my community from that day forward. And that's why I stand here with my brothers and sisters right over here, whether they're lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, or our allies that are sitting up there that passed this resolution today. We'd like to say thank you as a community. Dallas County is the most progressive county, in my opinion, even a little bit more progressive than that little blue county they call Travis down in the center, because we are the first and only that has a fully inclusive domestic partner health benefits, as well as a fully inclusive non-discrimination policy. And now we are also the first county to have all of that and declare June as Pride Month. So thank you very much on behalf of all of us. We applaud the Commissioners Court, and we hope that you all have a fantastic day, and happy Pride.
You too. Liberty and justice for all.
I just want to thank, Mr. Narvaez and members that are here today for the leadership. And of course, I want to recognize former Mayor Pro Tem John Loza, which I have the honor of serving with when I represented District 1 in Dallas City Hall. And I have to say, your leadership, has been there, for many, many years. And I have the honor of working with Honorable Loza in the non-discrimination policy as well when I was there. And I'm proud of this body, the Dallas County Commissioner Board, that continues to move forward when it comes, like Commissioner Daniels says, for equality and justice for all. So thank you, Commissioner Daniels, for bringing this resolution. Thank you to my colleagues, which have been very supportive in making us the most progressive county in the North Texas region.
Yeah.
Gracias.
I also want to thank everyone on the court, particularly the people in the community, for their work on the non-discrimination policy, for their work on going back to pick up transgendered in 2011 when they were left out of the first policy, for their work with us on the health care benefits policy. I'd be remiss in a day like this if I didn't mention that now half of our Fortune 500 companies have the same type of non-discrimination policy. Now half of our Fortune 500 companies have benefits that extend to our GLBT citizens and brothers and sisters. And yet, Dallas County is the most progressive county out of 254 because they follow the lead of half of the Fortune 500. It's time for the rest of the state to treat our GLBT brothers and sisters like fully equal partners, in our society.
Very simply put, discrimination any place is wrong. Well, thank you very much for all of us doing our part to do this and to make this a better place for everybody.